Welcome back to Awake and Bake, where we get high vibes and talk about the universe. I'm your host, Danny. If you're new here, hi, I'm Danny. I'm a psychic and a stoner, and I love to combine the two. That's kind of what we're gonna do today, but before we get into it, you're going to need a couple things for today's episode. First, you're gonna need something to drink because I will not be responsible for you hooker whores being dehydrated. Drink whatever you want. Pop, juice, milk, water, coffee, I don't give a fuck, but this is my cute little water in my cute little water bottle. The next thing you're gonna need is something to hit, puff on, garden with, whatever you wanna say so that we don't get age restricted. This is my new high 90s. It's a live resin. This that strawberry bomb. This that indica. What the fuck do you know about that strawberry bomb live resin indica from high 90s? Oh, that's flavorful. Let me tell you something. That is crazy. Today's episode is going to be kind of a channeled message, kind of just like a rant that I've been wanting to go on and that I've been needing to go on for a while now. Because how it started was, I was like, ooh, let me pull some oracle, see what the universe needs the collective to hear. But then after I pulled the oracle, I was like, ooh, and this reminds me of this. And then I just went on my little tangent. So are you ready? Let's get into it. And before I start calling people names, because trigger warning, foreshadowing, that's gonna happen later. Before I start calling bitches names, ooh, already did. I want to start off on a more positive note with two really positive quotes that came through during my oracle pool. The first one that came through was, just make it exist first and then you can make it good later, but you can't make it good if it doesn't exist. Oh, so true, my queen. The second thing that came through was, you just need to take the first step. You need to go first and the universe will catch you and support you on the way. Now, I'm not a religious person, but it's giving amen. Everybody take a little water or drink intermission so that we don't hurt the throat. I'm getting dry as the Sahara. Okay, so those were the two quotes that then got me rolling. So we're just gonna start rolling. First of all, I'm not telling you right now to put out an EP that you've never even started creating yet, and then it's gonna be like, well, that didn't work. I'm not telling you to go sign up for an open mic right now when you have nothing prepared. I'm not telling you that, but bitch, I am telling you, you're not even close if you don't take the first step, and the first step has to happen ASAP. If you're like, holy fuck, I have always wanted to put out music and you've been saying that for years and you literally haven't done it, I need you today to write one entire song. It's literally, and I understand, you're like, but it needs to be perfect. It's not going to be perfect in the beginning. No matter how hard you work, no one's probably going to see or hear your beginning pieces that you're putting out there, aside from maybe your close friends and family, and even they might not actually give a fuck and they're probably not going to watch and listen. Harsh truth, but when you first start out, people are like, oh, like, yeah, good for you, but like, they're busy, they have things to do, whatever. I'm telling you, have your entire track list, whole set of songs written by the end of the week type shit. Like, you need to actually just like start doing it and just putting shit out there, or even if you don't publish it and put it out there, complete something, start doing something. The reason that the first step is the most important step is because without it, there will be no other steps to follow. And I feel like we all kind of know this. I feel like we're all kind of already on the same page about like, yeah, we understand. You don't have to wait basically until every little thing is in order to start. You don't have to wait until things are perfect, or I'll start when this, I'll start when that. Do what you can with what you have right now. Go. That was the more like lighthearted positive side of this. So now let's take a hit and I'm gonna start name calling bitches. When I very first started on YouTube, I made a video about this A$AP Rocky quote that I heard, and I'm going to insert it again right here.
Suck a dick. Nobody gives a fuck about what you do. It doesn't matter. Yeah, I'm trying things. You tried it too. How you gonna knock somebody in the world for actually trying to do something? Trying. Since when has it become not cool to try? Fucking loser.
I don't know, that video just speaks to me. Like, yeah, you're a fucking loser if you make fun of people for trying and if you're too cool to try. And I'm not out here just throwing around the word loser, calling everyone and their grandma a loser, unless you are a loser. And if you're somebody who's just like going to be so offended by this, I'm sorry that you have an unnatural allegiance to losers. Please, unnatural allegiance to loser community, don't cancel me. There are just so many times in life where I have heard other adults say about other people when they think like no one's listening, or if they think like they can say it in front of you and you're not gonna care, but meanwhile in my head I'm like, so you a loser. Especially when you're trying something new for the first time and you're like not great at it yet. That's when people love to like get on their high horse and be like, oh my god, like she thinks she's so good at that. She thinks that she's like a dancer. She thinks she's like a painter. She thinks she's like a singer. She thinks she's like a scientist. I don't know what you do. And it's like, no, little bitch. It's actually, this bitch isn't afraid to live their life. This bitch is confident. This bitch tries new things. She's creative. She's brave, adventurous. She doesn't give a fuck about what losers like you have to say about what the fuck she's doing. And I'm gonna take it there, and I'm sorry, but it's always the bitches who have like 20 filters on their photos or on their videos. They think that it's still cool to be mean to people after 8th grade. It was never cool, but children think it's cool. They've literally never experienced self-love a day in their life. They see somebody just happy as fuck, minding their business, doing their thing, trying new things, not being afraid, and then they're gonna say, wow, that's embarrassing. You're so cringe. You're doing life wrong in my opinion. You're not cool in my book. Bitch, you're not even cool in your book. Bitch, you hate everything and yourself, which is why you judge other people. Oh no, the last person on earth that anybody would ever want to be around doesn't like me. They think I'm cringe. You'll live, bitch. Put yourself out there. You got this. Fuck those Karens. Take a hit. But yeah, I feel like that's one of just the major roadblocks is people are afraid to put themselves out there because nowadays, especially social media, everything is a highlight reel. Everybody's like comparing themselves to each other, and comparison is the thief of joy. Shout out to Lee. Comparison will kill us. Shout out to Katya. And so we don't want to like put ourselves out there until everything is perfect because we're afraid of being judged. But the thing is, if people are going to judge, they're going to judge anyway, whether you're good or bad, because they're losers. And until you actually put yourself out there, it doesn't really matter because then you're just not going anywhere. So do it, bitch. Also, like, what is your soul calling you to do? Wouldn't it be so fucking sad if like you died tomorrow because life is unpredictable? You might not live to die of old age. Like hopefully a lot of us will. And then when you die and then you're like, you know, you might come back and be reincarnated or whatever as something else or have like a new lifetime. But it's like, oh damn, there were so many things I wanted to do in that lifetime and I just like put it off because I was like scared. And I was just waiting for it to be perfect so that nobody would judge me. Now, I did not mean to make this very dark and sad. So we're going to take a hit and we're going to reset, and I'm going to end this on a positive note. All you gotta do is put yourself out there because the next steps will reveal themselves over time, with time, as long as you take the initial step. You have to get the momentum going, even if it's little momentum. And you don't need to be posting all this shit if you don't want to. You don't need to be trying to profit off of it and get success and fame and attention if you don't want to. But all I'm saying is, when you follow your passions and what your soul wants you to do, when you do the things that you just feel really called to do, even if it scares you a little bit, don't be mad at me if all of a sudden you stumble into success and happiness and growth and recognition, and if it doesn't go as planned, that you're gonna be a little tiny hermit who's just incredible in silence. Don't be mad at me if the world recognizes your greatness. And that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, tell your friends, tell your grandma, and as always, stay high.